Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome back to the Rod Shop. Today we're going to be talking about final guide alignment. So stick around. Okay, had a couple questions in the last week or so about final guide alignment. So I decided that I would show you how I do it. Now, I've talked about it a little bit in the rod build videos, but I've never really tried to specifically nail down for you guys exactly how I do it. So let's start with one tool that I find invaluable, and that is this $5 guide alignment tool from Mudhole. I think you can get them on Amazon. If I can find them, I'll put a link in the description, but if not, you can pick it up at Mudhole for I think it's about $5. First thing we're going to do is we're going to put it in the reel seat. This works for conventionally wrapped rods and for spinning rods really well. For spiral wrapped rods, which I build mostly, it doesn't work so good because the guides are on the other side of the blank. But what we do then is we just use the trigger on a casting rod exactly how we're going to use this. So the first thing I will do once I have got my guides on and wrapped is I'm going to put it in my wrapper, or you can put it in your stand. I'm going to lock it down just by putting a belt on the dryer motor. Then what I will do, I'm going to pull it out here where I can see what I'm doing. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing as well. So I've got it locked down. I've got it basically top dead center. Let me pick you guys up a little bit. Top dead center, straight up. Now, what I will do from here is I'm going to stand exactly over top of every guide and look for an even split in the guide when you have the larger guides, and then when you get down to the smaller guides, when you still have a pretty thick section of the blank, you're going to look for an even split of of blank showing on each side of the guide. So what I'll do, that one is a little out. I'll just go down through here and get them really close. I mean, this will save you a lot of time in the next step the closer you get these. You may have to wiggle it a little bit. On these longer footed spinning guides, what I'll do is I'll put pressure on the toe of the guide with my finger, pulling it or pushing it one side or the other while I wiggle the ring part of the guide, and it will just slowly work its way underneath the wrap, whichever direction you're going. So I got most of these done. Let me finish this up real quick. That one is being stubborn. Okay. That one's fine. That one's fine. That one's fine. That one's out quite a bit. And the tip top is fine. That moves a little bit on me. Let me go back through here and check again. Got it top dead center again. That looks good. That looks good. Took that one too far. That looks good. That one's a little out. Good, 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 good. Tip top is straight. Okay. Now, step number 2 requires you to be able to see. And that's a challenge. Whoops. And that's a challenge for me sometimes. But what I do is I use that white cabinet in the background over there. It's got the map of, I think that's Fellsmere Reservoir on that. Yep, that's Fellsmere. And what I then do is I'm going to try to have you guys do it on camera here. So we'll see how well this works out. So what I'm doing is I'm going to look down the blank and I'm going to line up. Let's get into white. So what I'm doing is I'm looking down the blank and I'm going to take this little bulb here and I'm going to put it dead center of my stripper guide while I'm looking through the thin section of it and getting it centered on the blank. And then I will go through and I will align each one, working my way to the tip top. So I'll do this real quick. So let me get where I can see and you can see. Check my camera angle here. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to look down using the white background and my guide alignment tool. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. The sixth guide is a little bit left. So I'm going to pull it down. I'm going to make a small adjustment. And I'm going to go back and look at it again. And that looks pretty good. In fact, that one's still out just a hair. Needs to go to the right just a bit. Okay. And then the top four were fine. So if you will go, take your time, stand up over the top of it. I mean, that was a really easy final adjustment, honestly. But if you will take your time, get your guide alignment tool, or you can put a reel in if you don't have a guide alignment tool, but the guide alignment tool makes it easier. Take your time, stand over top, adjust to where you are dead center, or at least you think you are, from looking straight down. Then when you go to line it up as you're holding it in your hand, it's not all out of work. So anyway, that's it for the guide alignment. But we got a new feature for channel members. There is a WhatsApp chat now called Team FDx. If you are a channel member already, make sure you send me an email with your phone number in it, and I'll get you invited into the chat. It's going to be for instant conversation between all of the channel members and myself. I monitor that WhatsApp chat most of the day because I've got other groups on it for fishing and fishing clubs. So if you're already a channel member, make sure you send me an email. I'll get you added to the chat. If you're not, I don't know why you're not. It's only $5 a month. It helps support this channel. It gets you priority responses out of emails because I get quite a few from you guys now, and I answer every one of them personally. Sometimes it takes me a few days, and I apologize for that. It's going to get you access to one-on-one Zoom meetings. If you have specific questions about a rod you're working on, it'll get you access to the one-on-one rod building class groups, which we haven't done many of those over the holidays, but we're going to get back to starting doing those. Plus, it's going to get you in the chat. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.